It is 12 a.m. and the footsteps of stilettos are pounding on the uneven cobblestone of Budapest's District 7. In a fast, staccato click-clack, it bounces from the walls of aging Art Nouveau architecture, walls that, like the rain, are dripping graffiti. The air is icy cold biting, but full of a fine fragrance, like high-dollar French perfume, mixed with the sharp stink of low-dollar crack and the liquor fuel exhaust from the pneumatically driven late-model buses. A girl passes by, a girl taller in a wool coat carefully cut for her, leather gloves, her dark hair combed out in the wind. She's pushing her way through a broken sidewalk, hopping over a beer can and ignoring the tourists from Britain who are scattering out of a neon-lit ruin bar. There is a violent juxtaposition. It's like the elegance has gone too far. Her hunger appears in her eyes. Hunger for much, much more than food. It is no castle in the sky. The raw and unswamish border of the Carpathian Basin. Long, skinny Hungary lies in the middle of Europe and is home to about 9.6 million residents. Its area is approximately 93,000 km², resulting in a population density of 105 maskiman, which is, in fact, highly directionally skewed. The greater Budapest area, where almost a quarter of the country's population is shoved into a pressure cooker, is the source of ambition, competition, and survival. This is Hungary, but it wasn't like the women here weren't beautiful. But what's this beauty next to? The part the almost no visitor expects now. When you examine the facts and figures about Hungary, you discover something bizarre. All the preconceived ideas and stereotypes you had about the passive, unimposing, unimaginative, passive little women from the East are brought down. Women overwhelmingly outnumber men in the higher education system in Hungary. More than 55% of the graduates of universities in the country are female. They are pursuing their studies in medicine, law, engineering, and economics. They are the ones who are taught the unbreakable, isolating, association-free Hungarian language, and then English, German, and frequently a third foreign language on top of that. They are hyper-adaptive. But the paradox is they are going to the workforce and their society, where the default mode of the job world and society itself remains traditional and patriarchal. The Hungarian female is well-educated, multilingual, and intellectually fearsome, and seems to be always required to convert her high-level intellectual resources into social or aesthetic capital to pursue. Hold on to that. We will get there. However, more is said about entire country by the following fact than by any demographic chart: the linguistic isolation of Magyar. Hungarian is part of the Finno-Ugric language family, which has no relationship to the Slavic, Germanic, or Romance languages which surround Hungary. Being raised Hungarian means being raised in a secret code. This linguistic bubble has engendered a psychological barrier. Hungarian women are extremely attuned to the outside world. They have no other option. They linger in cafes and read Western literature, in English, in German, whereas the surrounding men tend to be immersed in the localized and insular world of domestic politics and state press. It is the women who are the bridges. They're the ones peering out the window, knowing how to work through all the rest of the world, how to maneuver, and how to find a way to live. In order to recognize daily life of a girl in Budapest, you have to grasp the physical care and attention it takes for one to exist in such a social environment. The diet is a battleground. The old Hungarian cooking, goulash, pork colt, langos koto de smak, and araucain horse, and sour cream just isn't for the 21st century urban chic. Most Hungarian young girls do not eat this food at all in their everyday life. Their diet is based on the principles of intermittent fasting, black coffee, and strict macro counting. Its beauty is guided by the climate. Winters are harsh, wet, gray, and cold, dropping down to -15 degrees Celsius, and you need to take out a lot of cash to prepare to face even the most basic and ordinary day. Heavy wool coats, cashmere scarves, leather boots have to not only keep you warm, but look equally impressive. Traffic transport metaphors are embedded in their commuter experiences. The Yellow Line 1 subway cuts through the city and is a UNESCO World Heritage Site. It is 8:01 a.m. on a young professional woman holding her leather bag in preparation for work, faces of the working class, all ominous and weary, all masking a perfect neutral expression. Familial bonds loom over her. The Hungarian grandmother, Naga Mama, is the staying point of each family. Yet she is also the ghost of what the little girl dreads turning into, a woman who sacrificed her identity for the weekend ham, while also raising kids out of this space-age Soviet bloc panel house. With the modern girl is attempting to break away from that destiny. However, the weight of the family structure is powerful. Yes, this is the "here is that" part the title promised. Internet stories of Hungarian girls are quite one-dimensional, as all they are is beautiful. But the genetics is no accident. Hungary is an ancient crossing ground of Europe, an area of genetic mixing. The first Magyars were originally an East Asian group of peoples originating from the Ural Mountains in the 9th century. During the next 1,000 years, the gene pool integrated Slavic influx from the north, Germanic from the west, Roman Latins from the Romans, and Turkish from the Osmanli during the 150-year occupation. This makes for a very distinctive, almost indescribable appearance to the face. Tall cheekbones, deep-set eyes, and a combination of pale and olive skin. The feeling of a continent colliding is in its style. With this beauty comes a whole field. Budapest is undoubtedly the home city of most of Europe's cosmetic surgery and dental tourism. Thousands of women from across Europe, including from the UK, Germany, and Scandinavia, come here for teeth whitening, nose surgery, and facelift at a price cheaper than the West's. The clinics have a world-class standard. All the local girls are familiar with each and every doctor and every procedure and every monetary alternative. But look closer. The pivot is drastic. The beauty you will see is nothing that came easily. It's an investment that may be considered a desperate means of buying beauty. It is stifling to try to hold up to a standard. High-end skincare, blowouts every 2 weeks, manicures, eyelash extensions, and a wardrobe to freeze over the winter months are a killer on a local salary. Here, a young woman isn't having fun dressing up. She's building up defenses. Beauty is the singular universal currency that can transcend the system of a meritless and nepotistic country where promotions in the business world are sometimes tortuous. It serves you up with the better position in the boutique hotel. It is given to you to the VIP table invitation. That is what will attract the attention of the rich foreigner. But the psychological effect when your worth is attached to the mirror in front of you is a subdued and simmering anxiety that permeates the nightlife. Beautiful they may be, but they are tired with the work of it. You have to consider the stone and the history embedded in the stone in order to appreciate this exhaustion. The Hungarian woman is a product of contemporary capitalism, but also the child of 1,000 years of unending trauma. The Ottoman Empire conquered Buda in 1541. During the past 150 years, Hungarian women have been brought into the Ottoman harems, sold as slaves or forced to marry the occupier. During the 1848 revolution against the Habsburgs, women formed paramilitary brigades. In 1956, the women were at the forefront when the Russians arrived in Budapest with their tanks to put down the uprising. We have photos of little girls in skirts and cardigans, people smeared with soot, throwing Molotov cocktails at T-54 tanks on Corvin Kuz. That sorrow was that historical violence that they metabolized into a steely, unbreakable resistance. They are hard to trust, and history has dealt them hard lessons. Empires fall, borders change, and men with guns always come back. They cannot control others, their thinking, or their appearance other than what happens inside their own bodies, minds and bodies. This is where the dazzling daydream of the armchair becomes a spreadsheet. As a man watching this on screen with his laptop on a London or New York table, you might consider yourself to be wise to move to Budapest in order to date these women. Let's do the math. The Hungarian forint, HUF, is the local currency that is around 370 HUF for $1. Budapest's comparative average net monthly take-home pay of a young woman working in marketing, administration, or junior tech is approximately 400,000 HUF, or $1,100 USD. Now let's compute the maintenance. A good salon haircut and color in District 6 or 33, 25,000 HUF, 68. A simple decent skincare regimen made with a company such as Zélé or French pharmacy products, 20,000 HUF, 55 per month. A gym membership, 15,000 HUF, 40. One pair of leather boots that will hold up in the slush, 40,000 HUF, 110. Modest one bedroom in a safe central area, 280,000 haraf, 770. After subtracting her rent of $1,100, she has $330 for the entire month for utilities, food, transportation, and her beauty services. The numbers don't add up. It's a distance in other people's time. The cheapness you as a tourist will come to enjoy when buying her a $10 cocktail is really a luxury to her, because she cannot pay for a $10 cocktail herself to buy for herself. In the economic paradox, it is not a romantic decision for many young Hungarian girls to depend on a guy, be it a local partner or a foreign one. A math survivalist trick. If you have gone so far and are enjoying the route, it really does help if you like and subscribe. The secret on which that title hints is actually this. As the standard economy has turned its backs on them, a shady parallel American economy has emerged around the city of Budapest, and it's all about the girls. This is the sponsor, also referred to locally as kukor papa, or sugar daddy culture. It's not secret, it's institutional. Go to any top-notch nightclub in Budapest on a Friday night, such as Dolce or Aquarium Club. You'll encounter an incredible marriage. Dozens of gorgeously attired girls, as well as handfuls of aged, affluent men, frequently Westerners or Middle Eastern men on vacation or neighborhood oligarchs. The clubs actively promote this. Girls who meet a certain beauty criterion make it onto the guest list and therefore just walk right on in, and a table is reserved for them under the assumption that they will have some contact with the paying male clientele. The only way to gain access to the type of luxury someone may see on Instagram is for a young woman who makes $100 a month. The danger is real. With no stylistic effort, this environment can simply spill into high-quality escorting, sugar dating apps, and, at the end of the chain, the bleak truths of human trafficking, which continue to afflict the Eastern European corridors. A girl's struggle to survive and a girl's exploitation is an incredibly thin margin, and many fall over it. The Hungarian beauty girl, like any commodity, needs to be consumed in a capitalist society. However, to measure these women by their level of poverty alone would be to deprive them of the one thing that they have, above all others, about them: their land ties. A Hungarian girl is set free from the city's spreadsheet, changing in the process. Take the Sea of Hungary, the Lake Balaton. It is in the midst of summer, during the hottest week of July, when the shallow waters become a mild 26, that the girls unbuckle their heavy armor, the city. They relax in bikinis on the volcanic northern shores, now guard lowered, sipping rosé wine. So are the thermal baths. The girls of Budapest don't only go to the Gellert or Széchenyi baths for pictures. They go because the water is medicine. Thanks to their high protein levels of sulfur, calcium, and magnesium, it's no surprise that they're able to naturally polish their skin while helping to relieve the physical pressure of walking around on cobblestones in heels. A weekly practice of bodily purification. There is also the country Eger with its vineyards, broad acres of unpopulated puszta. Out here, the pretense dies, the let it be hummus. The Hungarian countryside girl is tanned and down to earth. She rides horses, she drinks wine straight from the barrel. She is called bull's blood. She is untamed and undisturbed by the image of beauty in the West and is truly of the land. This country will draw you in if you're coming to interact with these women. And here's where you should start. Avoid this main tourist trap street, Vasiutka. Here you will encounter only the girls who will be paid to entice you to expensive bars and scammers. Better to head to the Gazdu courtyard in District 7 on Tuesday night, though. That's where local young professionals go. Head over to a ruin bar, such as Simpla Kurt. Entry to smaller, gritty ones, such as Instant or Fogus Haas, is also welcome. Don't stand, don't stare, and wait at the bar. To find an educated and well-rooted girl, visit a specialty coffee shop at the District 5 or Palatanagid on Saturdays in the morning. They will be there by themselves, reading a book in English and drinking a flat white. However, there are rules. Never be a rich and handsome savior. Passion and condescension that they can sniff out from a mile. Compliment their sturdy nature, their languages, their drives, instead of just their appearance. Know that sometimes she might be a bit cold toward you at first. Don't take it as a sign of her being arrogant. It's just that 100 Westerners had been passing through that week thinking they could buy a relation for $20 on a cocktail. Oh, and in real time, never take a taxi without a mark, as she will deem you to be the mark of the hand of the oldest taxi trick in town. This, then, is the mirror reflection. Today, the women of Hungary are not the passive, smiling faces depicted in travel brochures or on clickbait thumbnails. They are the most sophisticated, well-educated, and historically liable women in Central Europe. They are standing at the very crossroads of East and West, with the genes of the empires embedded in their blood and a shrinkable currency in their minds. They hide behind their beauty and strike with it as well, and often it's the only weapon the local economy provides them with. They are strong, they are intensely independent under the designer fashion coats, and they are bearing the burden of a nation's future on their shoulders. Perhaps the most important thing is not to ask, why are they so beautiful? Whether you've ever once had the boyish survival instinct that it takes to be a girl in Hungary.